Good afternoon. My name is Pia Lord, and today I will read from my book, The Day the Sun Went Out. This is a solar science children's book. It is fully illustrated. I hope you enjoy the show or the story. The Day the Sun Went Out. One sunny Saturday, little Alexander and his parents had gone for a hike in the mountains. They had been walking for about 3 hours, enjoying the beautiful landscape of streams, trees, and alpine region flowers when they came upon a lake. The water was so clear blue-green that it reflected the sky in the sunny day. Just then, the day went dark. The sun went out, and they could barely see their footsteps in front of them. Alexander ran over and said, "Mommy, Mommy, why is it dark out? Is it nighttime?" "No, Alexander, it's just now coming on the middle of the day," said his mom. "Something has happened to the sun. Perhaps we will ask your father what he thinks." But Alexander's father had walked on ahead to see what the path was like, saying that he would rejoin them in about a half an hour. "But Daddy's up ahead," said Alexander, reminding his mother. "Well, we could also inquire of the computer search engine to find out more about this," replied his mother. All of a sudden, the day went dark. So she took out her handheld internet-linked-up mobile phone and sat down on the grass. Into the search box, they wrote, "Sun going out," for keywords. After scanning a couple of the returns, they clicked on one. They learned that the sun is actually in a cooling period and is shrinking by about 10 kilometers per year, according to some astronomers. Others say just the opposite, meaning that the sun is expanding. Well, this still does not answer our question, however, as to why the sun is out right now, exclaimed Alexander to his mommy. "Let's search some more," agreed his mommy. "The word solar means sun, so let's search on solar. And remember the word eclipse from our stories on the lunar eclipse. Let's search eclipse too and see what we get." So they put solar eclipse into the search engine and clicked enter. Up came lots of information about solar eclipses. With their flashlight, they quietly read about what a solar eclipse is and then looked up at the sky again to see what had happened to the daylight. As they were sitting there on the ground, they noticed that the sun had a bright ring around it, but its center was dark. While the minutes passed, though, it was noticeably changing. "Look, Mommy," said Alexander, "the sun is coming back again. It's getting bright, and there is the moon right next to it." Fortunately, in the 7 minutes that they were resting and searching the internet, the sun had returned to its good old warm, shiny self. Alexander was so relieved. It was just that day that Alexander began to take more notice of the sun and its changes. Why had it suddenly gone out? All of a sudden, there was no bright, shiny sun in the sky. The big, round light in the sky was dark, and he wondered why. It was the blackest part of the day ever. Little Alexander pondered this. He then realized that the sun going out could have very serious consequences for life, his life, and all life on Earth. He knew that he had to do more to understand what was going on. The next day, his cousin Max came over. He said, "Did you notice that there was no sun for part of the day yesterday?" Alexander said, "Yeah, it just went out. How can it do that?" "I am concerned. We need the sun for lots of things. We need to know why there was no sun yesterday." "Well, this is just terrible. Everyone must be noticing this and be concerned too. This could be very serious for life on Earth," said Max. "I know we need to do something about this. We don't want many days like this," said Alexander. "But what? What can we do?" asked Max. "My mom and I looked up solar eclipse on the computer yesterday. We found out that what could be causing it is the new moon going right in front of the sun and blocking it out. This could be what happened, but I want to know more," said Alexander. "I want to know more," said Alexander. "So, my dad has a friend who is an astronomer, and he works at Kepler Labs. It is part of NASA, too. He told me they have a big telescope there. Maybe we can find out more about it. Let's call Kepler Astronomy Labs and talk to an astronomer," said Alexander. "Great idea. Maybe they can help," said Max. Max dialed the number on his cell phone. "Hello, this is Max. May I please speak with an astronomer who knows about the sun and solar eclipses?" "One moment, please," said the operator. "Hello, this is Professor Tycho. How may I help you?" said the Kepler astronomer. "Hello, Professor Tycho. We have a big problem that we hope you can help us resolve. Yesterday, the day went dark when the sun went out. We're afraid the whole world will be dark forever at random times if we don't figure out what happened. Can you send one of your spaceships to the sun to help us understand why the sun went out so suddenly? Life here on Earth depends upon a constant sun. We need it to grow all of our fruits and vegetables. Other forms of life, our foods, and health all depend upon it. We want to make sure it's all right so that it can shine brightly always. Please?" asked Max very politely. Then Professor Tycho chuckled in a very friendly way and said, boys, we will be delighted to help you. We have an International Space Station photos of exactly what you saw. The astronauts take pictures from the station. Of course, these pictures are from a different angle than as what you saw from here on Earth," said Professor Tycho. "On Earth, we see the sun being blocked by the moon in a solar eclipse. The sun passes behind the moon, and it looks like a diamond ring, since only one edge of the sun is visible. In fact, it is called the diamond ring effect. Then the sun continues completely behind the moon. At this moment, the sky totally darkens, and these are the moments of the total solar eclipse. When the sun emerges again, the diamond ring effect happens once more. This can take up to several minutes or longer," said Professor Tycho. "If you are interested, NASA also sent a team of scientists to the Libyan desert to study the solar eclipse that happened in 2008. These scientists were making observations of the total eclipse for their own studies. The desert was the best place on Earth to be able to view the total eclipse," added Professor Tycho. "Here at NASA, we are also flying a number of satellites which point directly to the sun. Heliosat is our newest solar observing satellite. I will contact the control headquarters and find out any information they have on this recent solar event. However, boys, I want to tell you one little secret." "How old are you?" asked Professor Tycho. Max said, 10 years old. And Alexander proudly said, "I'm 6. Professor Tycho then said, there are some amazing scientific happenings going on around our universe. So as you know, as Earth and Moon revolve or go around the Sun, a solar eclipse can sometimes happen. Orbiting. Does it happen often? Asked the boys. It is really quite a rare occurrence. The total solar eclipse, that is when the moon passes in front of the sun in the new moon phase, when it is round and full, can completely block out the sun. The sun then looks like it has disappeared. The sky in the day grows dark. It can be dark like this for up to 7 minutes, said Professor Tycho. That's what my mom, dad, and I saw yesterday out in the mountains when we were going on a family hike, exclaimed Alexander. You were very fortunate to see the eclipse. When the moon moves further along in its orbit, the sun gets uncovered again, and light from the sun once again is visible. So, really what you are seeing is not the sun going out, but one of a number of different types of solar eclipses. The word eclipse means to cover or block out. If something is eclipsed, it is put into a shadow. In this case, it is the sun that is eclipsed by the moon, said Professor Tycho. So you mean the earth won't stay dark forever because the sun did not disappear, said Alexander, very relieved. Right, Alexander. A solar eclipse happens only a few times a year and then only lasts for a short period of time, added Professor Tycho. It can be a total solar eclipse while having a halo or ring effect around it, showing the solar corona. The corona is the outer region of the sun. Corona comes from the word crown. That day after lunch, Alexander's mom said, Alexander and Max, it's a great day to play outside. Remember never to look at the sun through the telescope or binoculars, as you can damage the retina of your eye. But the sun is back and won't be eclipsed again today. It is a bright, shining ball in the sky. Remember to always wear protective glasses while in the sunlight, and never look directly into the sun when you are outside either. Okay, now it's off to play in the backyard for you two, said his dad. They looked at each other and did a high five and said, we did it, we did it, we did it. They ran outside and found the sun shining brightly. Alexander said, I am so happy that it is a bright, warm, and sunny day. Max agreed. I like to know that the raspberries in the bush will continue to grow in the sun's warmth and light. Let's go get some. They ran over to pick handfuls of delicious red raspberries and popped them in their mouths. Afterwards, they ran to the backyard and climbed all over the gym, swung from the tree ropes, and climbed up the climbing wall. They pretended to be Tycho Brahe and Johannes Kepler, sighting new suns, planets, and moons through imaginary telescopes as astronomers and solar scientists. The end. There they are outside playing. Alexander and Max, future astronomers. And that concludes our reading of The Day the Sun Went Out by Pia Lord. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this solar science story.